Hi guys, I'm competing with a crow today, but I am so excited to show you what arrived yesterday as a gift from my sisters, Jules and Dale. So girls, thank you so much. What they sent me was 3 to 8 years of food and fun. And this is a survival garden seed vault. It's available on Amazon. And I thought I'd show you what's in it. I've already peeked and I am so excited about the 30 packages of vegetable seeds. The whole idea behind this is that it is sealed in such a way that these seeds will last a very long time if stored correctly. And the key to storage is to keep them dry and to keep them at a cooler temperature. So I'm going to seal this back up. I've already opened it and I plan to use some before the apocalypse. I don't know if that's a good idea, but I'm going to start having fun and planting these seeds. So I'm going to show you what it includes. It's all heirloom varieties, and that is a wonderful thing because usually you can replant those seeds. You can gather the seeds and replant them and they should stay true to form. So let's see what they gave us. And I'm going to plant a couple of them today. I have a lot of the garden planted, but there are some varieties in here that I'm excited to add into our season of produce. So let me show you. It comes all packaged like this. I couldn't believe it. It's 30 seeds. And she sent me the link because she knew I would show my gardening friends. And it works out to about $1 a package. So, you know, for some food security as prices are going up. I'm not planning on an apocalypse, but food prices are definitely going up. And the more we can grow in the gardens, the better. But it comes with 4 rubber banded piles of seeds. And let me show you the varieties. So again, this is a survival seed vault available on Amazon, 30 heirloom seed packets. And let's start with this one. Okay, I've had really good luck growing some romaine this year, and I will probably save this seed for maybe August when I can grow it as the months cool down. So Paris Island seed. It's a romaine style lettuce, and that looks really wonderful. Then we have hearts of gold melon. Here we go. Kind of looks like a cantaloupe. Isn't that beautiful? That would be a great summer crop, and I don't have any melons started. This is okra emerald, so this is the green variety of okra. And I do have some red okra started, so I'll see how I do with that. And maybe I'll save this for next year. Because like I said, seeds do last. Many seeds last from 3 to 8 years with correct storage. And that's the whole idea behind this wonderful packaging. And then here's some flat leaf parsley. And I love having parsley all around the garden because the swallowtail butterflies love that. And then I'm excited about this one. This is a macaroni red pepper. So this one is a sweet Italian pepper. And it's kind of a long tapered body, so I bet that's delicious. And then here's a serrano pepper, and this is a long, narrow green pepper, and it's a fiery type of flavor, so that tells me that's a hot one. I do have one hot pepper plant that I overwintered inside, and I'm trying to get that to grow, but I may have to plant a couple of these as well. And then, oh, here's cayenne pepper. So this is a wonderful thing to have in your spice cabinet, and they're easy to dry. So they've really thought of it all. A lot of peppers in this. Sweet and hot peppers. Here's a pepper, California Wonder. That would be a nice one. And they're great for stuffing. That's what the back says. So that does it for this pile, guys. But some lettuce and some great peppers and some okra. So definitely some things to be excited there. And then look at this. Here's some arugula. And again, I'm going to wait and plant these in the cooler weather as we approach fall. I love to have arugula. That's a good one. And then here is a large leaf basil. Basil is a wonderful spice to have in the garden. This is a sweet basil variety. I tell you, they thought of it all. Here's a cylindrica beet, and that's a little bit of a different shaped beet. Some of these varieties are really interesting. And I like to buy things that you can't necessarily buy in the grocery store. Here is a Waltham broccoli. It's a high-yielding broccoli, and I think the best time to grow these is cooler weather as well. Here's a golden acre cabbage, and these are sweet, crisp leaves, and they're compact heads, 5 to 7 inches. So they recommend this one for smaller gardens where you might not have as much space. And Little Fingers carrots. And look at that. Isn't that cute? It's kind of a miniature gourmet carrot. So we're certainly not going to be roughing it with this survival package. We've got some gourmet varieties in here. Lemon balm, and I do have some of this, and it just grows prolifically. It's a lemony perennial in the mint family. So it can also get out of hand too, but it's really nice to have. And some people make tea out of it. So that does it for this pile. Another great pile with some interesting varieties. And then we have the radish, the champion radish, starting off this packet. Let me show you that one. And this is a good one to grow as the weather cools. I love to add radish in, and red and purple are supposed to be such nutritious colors to eat. You're supposed to add a lot of colorful foods in your diet, and of course greens as well. Here's a nice spinach. This one's called Viroflay spinach, and it's a classic variety. And they're cold tolerant, so it's kind of good to plant towards the cooler weather, and you can harvest this into winter. And then here is an heirloom rainbow mix of tomatoes, so that's pretty exciting. You get a whole mix of colors there. They're a bunch of gardener's favorites. So that's exciting. That's a good way to get a mix of tomato plants. Here's one that I'm really excited about, San Marzano, and I recently read that this one can tolerate a bit of shade. And I have a woodland garden, so I'm always searching for sun, but it's nice to know I can plant this in a partly shady location. And these are very meaty, and they have small seed cavities, so it's more of a sauce tomato. I'll definitely be planting some of those. And this one I'm going to plant right away. I love the look of that. It's a yellow pear tomato, and I've grew already from seed some larger ones, some beefsteak and some Arkansas Traveler, and even a larger orange variety, a medium one called Sun Globe. But I'm looking for more cherry tomato size, and I think this might be a good one to plant. So I'm definitely planting that one today. And here is the watermelon variety called Crimson Sweet, and it's a standard watermelon. It's a winning AAS winning watermelon. They can reach up to 20 to 25 pounds. So I'm guessing you need to put this where it has a lot of space. But melons are a wonderful thing to grow in the summertime. Here's some butternut winter squash. So that one, if you grow a few plants of those, you might be able to put inside some nice long-lasting squash varieties that are shelf-stable. So that is delicious. And this one I'm planting immediately, and I'll plant about 2 because I do already have a lot of zucchini in, but it is a round zucchini, and I just think that's so beautiful. So I've never had one before. And like I said, I love to grow varieties that you can't always find in the stores. Maybe there's something a little different than what's offered. So a couple of those will be planted. And I will seal up the package and put it back in this pouch. And I'm going to keep all of these survival seeds in my pouch and use them over the years. We'll see how long they last. I'm going to try to spread it out over a few years. And then here's the last pile. So these are snowball turnips. Some people don't like turnips. I love to put them in soups. They're great for stews. And the ones that are all white, such as this one, are sweeter. And of course, if they experience some frost, they'll be even sweeter. But the white ones are supposed to be sweeter than the red. So I'm really excited to see a white variety. And cilantro coriandum sativum. That is a great spice to have around. It's kind of warm and nutty flavor. The seeds, if you want to use the seeds as coriander, or you can use the leaves as a green, kind of a green spice. So I love that. Definitely be throwing a few of those out into the garden. Here's a pickling cucumber, national pickling cucumber. And sometimes it's nice to grow things that have smaller fruits because there's less time on the vine that they are susceptible to pests. So you might lose less if you grow some smaller varieties. And then here's a beautiful dill and Anathem grapeolens. Beautiful dill plant. So they've included in this survival packet lots of wonderful spices. And that really is a good thing to dry. A lot of these things you can dry and have on your shelves. So that's wonderful and used throughout the winter and benefit from the flavor and nutrition. And here's a Black Beauty eggplant, and I have no eggplant planted this year, so I may try to start one of those. I think it's a little late to start it, but maybe by fall I'll get some. So we'll have to see. But I'm excited about that one. That's a beautiful, beautiful vegetable. And then lacinato kale. And I love to have fresh greens. This is one that is even better after the first frost, according to the packet. But this is nice because you can grow kale into the winter, depending on your climate. But it will tolerate some light frosts. So that's always good to have kale in your garden. And the last one on here is Swiss chard rainbow variety. So it's a very nutritious, it's kind of similar to the beet, and this produces well even in hot weather. So this is something I've never grown before, and I'm excited to try this as well. So as you can see, I'm going to be very busy planting some seedlings, and because I have rabbits and some of the birds and bugs like to eat small seedlings, I was thinking I will probably put them all in pots or seed trays at first and then transplant them out into the garden. But I'm getting into my survival garden seed vault before there's any emergency. And then in the event of an emergency, I'll have some produce. And I'm going to carefully store the ones that I don't use back into the package. And here it is, guys. I highly recommend it. Even if you buy it for yourself, My sisters were so thoughtful to give that to me. They know I'm a gardening nut, and I hope to have some produce to share with them as well. That's the whole idea of growing your own, being able to get some nutritious food out of the garden and have loads to share. So thanks again, Jules and Dale, and I hope you all will look into this. I think it's a great way to get your seeds, buying your seeds in bulk, and it is such, I can highly recommend the varieties. They're all heirloom, non-GMO, and again, that's important because that means you can save your own seeds. So this should give me many years of good garden produce. So thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.